to tell you a few things. Firstly, you'll see me popping on in between all the acts. My job basically is to just ease you through tonight's show. Now, I promise you I will be gentle whilst doing this. In fact, you'll find tonight's show, it will hardly hurt at all. You won't feel a thing, I promise you. Now, halfway through, to ease the pain, we shall have an interval. Now, this will last for about 10 minutes, during which there will be refreshments. These will be taking the form of a cold cup of tea and a mouldy biscuit left over from rehearsals. So, you got a bit of a treat there in store we've got. There is a subject of toilets. Now, any of you that gets caught short, there are toilets situated in all your homes. So you should have gone before you left. Now, I've been asked to do a quick warm-up. Could the front row stand up quickly? You can help me with the warm-up. I can promise you by the end of the show you'll wish you hadn't sacked it. I can promise you that. Right, you ready for the warm-up? Ready, go! Bend, down, touch, turn. Come on. Just trying to make me look stupid, aren't you? Yes. Resident heckler there, sit down. Yeah. Okay, quick impression. This is Joan of Arc burning at the stake. You might as well laugh because he's not getting it. Man goes into work, he says, I think my wife's on drugs. His mate said, why? He said, well, the phone rang this morning and the voice said, has that dope gone yet? Never mind. I have nothing else to say except sit back, relax and enjoy. Prepare yourself for a man that when asked what he was doing today, he said he'd be playing with your minds. Ladies and gentlemen, please, Mark Spevik.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, I shan't be playing with your minds too much, at least, anyhow. I'm not really a magician, so I can't really say what I'm doing here. I'm more what our American friends would call a paranormalist, or as we would call a parapsychologist. That is somebody who's interested in the paranormal, not just ghosts and things, but ESP, telekinesis, and other such objects and such things. Now, I'm sure you've heard of a famous telekinetical experimenter called Uri Geller. What he does, he bends objects with his mind alone, which I'm going to try and recreate tonight here. So, can I ask the gentleman in the first two row, could you just get your change out of your pockets, please? This is the money part. See them what? Do you have some change there, sir? Oh, you
Yes.
do. Do you know how much is there?
Not offhand, right?
Do you trust me?
Yes, I do.
Well, like the kind of. Thank you very much. Got a nice selection of coins, old silver and copper. What Uri Geller would do is borrow some coins from somebody in the audience, like yourself, and select one. I think this one would do. Try and get it out. This one for our experiment. We'll just place the rest of the coins there. Now, to bend a coin with my mind alone is much too much a greater feat. So I'm going to invite all of you here to help me, which I hope you'll cooperate. So what I'm going to do is, I'll tell you what to do, all right? I'm only acting as a radar. I'm going to focus your thoughts within that coin. I'd just like you to concentrate on the coin. Imagine it to wilt. Imagine it getting very warm and just slowly bending over. Just relax. You don't have to concentrate hard for this. Just imagine it wilting. Just concentrate hard on that coin, your coin. Just concentrate. Watch it wilt. It's starting to melt. It's getting warm. It's getting very warm. It's actually bending. It's getting hot. Ah! Oh, sorry. Just pick up the coin. Would you like to have a look at that? Yeah, what's hot? Is it warm? It's cold. Ooh. Proves there's no friction. Do you want to try and bend the coin? You can't bend it back, can you? No. Proving I can't have bent it there. It is in fact bent, is it not? Yeah. Now, you can either have your money back, sir, or you can have my 10p as a souvenir. What would you like? You want
your money back.
you don't want this one as a souvenir? Right then. Just take 10p for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Complete your change. Thank you
very
very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Mind-bending stunts, such as the one I just performed, was performed by Uri Geller very well indeed. Now, the other sort of stunt, or experiment, should I say, that mentalists perform, us parapsychologists, whatever you want to call us, is premonitions. We often get feelings of something that is about to happen. It could be a week or a month later. So what I'm going to try and do is I've actually got a prediction within this packet of cards that's been on view since I started. Now, there is a prediction within here, and I'm going to hopefully reveal it later on to be correct. Now, for this, I will need the assistance of somebody else. Who should we have? How about you, sir? Would you like to help me?
Okay.
Your name?
David.
David, would you like to come up, please, David? How are you? Would you like to go and stand at the side of the table? Right. Now, have you ever done anything like this before?
No.
Good. That's okay. Now, if we take the cards out of the box, I'll do this all at the fingertips and very careful. Alright. Now, what colour are they? Red. It's simple, just to check you're on the right wavelength. They are in fact all different, are they not? You can all see. Now, there is a prediction within this pack. Have I said that? Have I not?
Yeah.
Good. See, I can't cheat now. Now, I'm going to get you to select the card. If I was to ask you a random card, just to name any random card, the card you would say would not be random. You see, the question I asked you, you'd have thought about it momentarily and named the most appropriately random card, which is a known trick among us people to sort of cheat, you know? But I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to actually ribbon spread the cards like this. That's a ribbon spread on the table. I'm going to ask you just to roughly separate the cards into two piles, roughly equal. Just separate them. Okay? And we'll do the other lot. Over like that. Now we have two piles. Which one do you want to use? This one. Alright, now out of there, just take any card. It doesn't matter what that card is. You see, that card is a locator card. It serves a very special purpose. It helps to randomise the choice of card that you choose. Okay? From which you're going to choose from here. Now if I just fan them all, as delicately as I can, open, would you like to push that card in face down anywhere there? Happy? Do you want to change your mind?
Yeah.
You do, okay. Where would you like to stick it now? There. Would you like to change your mind again? Alright, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you stuck your card anywhere, alright? It could be in the middle or there. You did actually change your mind.
Yeah.
Now, there are two cards, in fact, aren't there? One above and one below. Which one would you like? The top one. Would you like to change your mind? You wouldn't, okay. Now, just take the top one at fingertips and hold it there. Now, that is one card out of a possible 52 cards in the whole pack. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Now, the probability of you actually choosing the card that I've predicted from this pack is like 1 in 52. Pretty remote, wouldn't you agree? I can safely say that is my prediction. No, I can see you're not very impressed. Would you like to turn the card over? See, it is in fact my prediction, the only blue card in the pack. Relax now. Now, the stunt of, or the experiment of putting predictions is quite complicated. It means putting yourself in a sort of a trance and relaxing, which is what I have to do for the next sort of experiment. You see, when I hand out my business card, it says mind reader. People come up to me and go, okay, read my mind. I can't just do read your mind straight off. That's known as cold reading. All right, that is very, very difficult to do. So what I'd rather do is try and form a mental link with someone, which is the proper way of doing it. Now, we need somebody to help me once again. Who should we have? How about you, madam? You in the red jumper. Your name?
Justine.
Justine, would you like to come and help me? Thank you. Would you like to come and stand at the back of the table? Now, I'm going to attempt to read your mind here tonight. But first, I have to, as I said, form a mental link with you. But some people say, get into cahoots. Strange word, but that's what some people want. Now, I've got to form this mental link with you. Alright, you don't mind? It won't hurt, don't worry. Okay. It's very simple to do. What I'm going to do, first of all, is get you to mentally select a card. Not take a card, so that I could know. Just think of one from some cards you're going to play. I'd like you just to cut the cards as many times as you like. Alright, that's a complete card. Just to do that as many times as you feel the need. Okay. Do you play cards at all? Oh, I stand a chance then. No, I'm not going to touch the cards from now on. Alright, are you happy there?
Yes.
Would you like to deal down the top 8 cards into a little pile on the table?
Face down.
Face down, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just to make sure, okay? Thank you. We don't need the rest of the cards. Now, you've randomly selected any 8 cards from the pack. They are in fact all different, so there's no way I could know what 8 cards you have. Am I correct? Good. Now I'm going to step forward now. I'm not going to look at the cards now. What I want you to do is pick up the cards, pick up the pile and fan them towards yourself so you can see all their faces. Done that? Now what I want you to do is just mentally select any one of those cards. Just think of one. Don't touch it. You just thought of one.
Yes.
Picture it in your mind. You've done that?
Yes.
Good. Square up the cards. Alright, now place the packet face up in one of your hands for dealing. Alright, they face up in your hand? Good. Now, the next set of motions must be done totally face up at all times. This is so you can see all the cards, you can picture them, and I can form this mental link with you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good, they must stay face up at all times. With the set of instructions I'm going to get you to do now, it helps me to form a mental link. I'd like you to do all the cards down into 2 piles. Do one here, one there, one there, one there, into alternate 2 piles. Do you understand?
Yes.
Alright, just do that now. As you can see, I was following your movements with my mind so I can see what you're doing. Now the face-up pile that contains your card, place face up on your palm. You done that?
Yes.
Now the other pile, place face up on top of that one in your hand. You done that?
Yes.
Okay, so you've just got one pile in your hand. Yes?
Yes, that's right.
Now, do you remember exactly what you did?
Yes.
It's very simple, okay? Now I want you to do, just to repeat that motion exactly again, into the 2 alternate piles. Alright? Now you've done that, the pile that contains your card, face up on your palm,
Yep.
and the other one on top of that.
Okay.
I think I've formed a mental link. I just want to make sure. Bear with me for this next one. Just do that once more, please. Just repeat it. Alternate piles again. You done that?
Yes.
Good. The pile that contains your card, face up on your palm, the other one on top.
Right.
Turn all the cards face down.
Yes.
I think I've established this mental link with you, so I'm going to try it now or never. Alright, what I'd like you to do is, the top card, they are face down, aren't they?
Yes.
Good. The top card, peek at it, and put it face down on the table.
Right.
What is it? You've got to know what it is.
Yeah, 5 flags.
Oh no, sorry.
Sorry.
That's right. I don't want to know what the cards are. Don't
Oh,
tell
that's
me.
it.
It's alright. Keep it there anyway.
Yes.
I don't want to know what any of the cards are. I don't want to know any 8 you've got or which one you mentally selected. You do know what it is.
Yes, I do know.
Good. Concentrate on it. That's not your card, am I correct?
Yes.
Look at the next one.
Right.
Place it face down back on the table. That is not your card, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, do the next one. That is your card, am I correct?
Yes.
Don't say anything, I'm going to try and read the name of your card. Bear in mind, I don't know any of the cards. I haven't seen any of them, and she's just mentally selected, just thought of any card. It's definitely red.
Yes.
Is it the Queen of Hearts?
It is.
Thank you very much. That was really an impossible feat of mind reading. I did say beforehand I was not a magician, but I think I'll leave that up to you to decide. Thank you very much.
Mark, mind-bending form there. Right, quick joke for Mark. Cheap joke, that's a good one. I've got some more, I'll tell you later. So you just talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
This.
Oh, I see. We have late arrivals. You all got a note? Or an apple, perhaps? No? PCD. You've got a bin to sit on. You'll be promoted to
There we are. That's.
promoted to stall later on. Right. Meanwhile, the next act you are really going to like. He's come a long way to be here. He's here with the lovely Laura, who happens to be his assistant, and his sister. And I think their mum's in the audience, actually, sitting at the back there. Thank you. And, is she there? Yes? She's sitting there. She's a nice lady. And so is his sister. In fact, they're quite a nice family. Really? If you like that. He's 6 foot tall, blonde hair, blue eyes. He's not turned up, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm wasting time. He hasn't turned up. I don't know. Tell you what, I've brought a book of impromptu gags to try out on him. This has got everything, heckler stoppers, you know. And it's got a section, invent of an act not turning up gags. So I'll try a few of these, you see what you think. 2 cows in a field. One turns to the other and says, I had one of those artificial inseminations this morning. The woman said, really? She said, yeah, straight up, no bull. Okay, we'll try another one you won't like. What about the man who bought a microwave bed? Got 8 hours sleep in 3 minutes. There's a good one here. It says, introduce the next act. And why not? It says here, who on this very stage is going to make a full-size plane vanish. Sorry, full-size cane vanish. Ladies and gentlemen, the stylish magic of Mr. Darren Dolman. want to do the place. Right. Gentleman over there, what's your name?
John.
John, can you stand up for a minute, John? Mind the,
You knew that,
that's great. Have you got, we need some money, John.
Oh.
Come on, don't frown at me. Yeah, just a 10p piece, that's all we need. You got one? You well with that?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I need a volunteer completely at random. What happens is I turn around, throw the bottle out into the audience, whoever it hits helps. Got that? Now, if this hits you, it shouldn't actually hurt. It's a soft drink. There's a potentially corny gag there. Joe, could you have a look at that for me instead? Just examine it, make sure it is in fact a bottle. Who knows? Right, we got that? Thank you very much. You can sit down now. Lovely soup. Right, what we're going to do, a trick with your 10p. Now, you've all seen the trick where the woman gets in the cage and she changes into a tiger. Yeah? Good, isn't it? Well, here's a trick with a coin and a bottle. I don't know. We were going to do the tiger one, but it didn't fit in the stage. You know how it is. Right, there's the coin. Come right down here so everyone can see this. You can see the coin at all times, yes? Just nod. Watch carefully. Inside there. Now, if you'd like to take that to your bank in the morning, I'll try and get this out for you. Right. You like that? Yeah? Cost you 10p, come on. Right, for the next trick, I need a £10 note. Now, okay, I'll work on it. Meanwhile, while I get this out, you watch the next act. One of our younger members in the club made his first appearance last year. He's back. Ladies and gentlemen, please, your warmest welcome to Timothy Reed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I'd like to start with a trick using this black bag, which you can see all the way in. Just black bag. Now, into this bag, we place a red handkerchief. Now, as you can see, this red handkerchief, you can actually see that it does go to the corner of the bag. Also into this bag, we place a yellow handkerchief, followed by a green, there, and finally a blue handkerchief. You just give a magic flow like that, and find that all the handkerchiefs blend together. I know what you're thinking, there's something in the bag. Well, you'd be absolutely wrong. This plastic beaker, you just top this up with water. Place paper on the top. Now, the hard part comes to try and turn the paper and the cup upside down without the water spilling out. So here goes. 1, 2, 3, up. There. Now, actually, at the present moment, atmospheric pressure is holding that water in. But, get rid of the paper. You find that the water is suspended. But if you don't like the water suspended anymore, click your fingers like that and you find the water is no longer suspended. Got a loop of rope here, making to a sort of bite. It's called a bite, it's like a sliding knot. And if we just thread a ribbon through, tie a knot, go like that, you find means all of you. Also for this trick, we use a pack of cards. Now, for this trick, it's very important that you get exactly half the pack, otherwise it will not fit into the holder. So, here we go. That's about half. Goes into there. Now, some people think I use weird cards for some reason, so I'll prove that by, there's one of them, and there's another one. Now, the other half, just give a mix. And I'd like you, madam, if you would, just to take any one without letting me see. Got it? Look at it and remember it. Now, I'd like you, if you would, please, I'd like you, if you would, to place that card with the other cards the same way. Done that? Now think of your card. Pull the ribbon like this. Fine, then a card lies down. Is that your card?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. This ribbon around my hand. Plonk it onto the cloth. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed my show. It's time to say good night.
Just a minute, I'm with you. Hello? Oh, got it. Thank you very much for helping me, sir. Here. Right. Hold your applause, let them carry on. Sleight of hand. It's a joke. What a disrespect. Ladies and gentlemen, the next act, another one of our younger members. So please, you're warmest welcome. I do remember 3 years ago, I too started in the bottom of this business, and I like it here. So please, joining me at the bottom, Mr. Wayne Martinitz.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't know if anybody here knows, but we're actually going to be having a guest star magician. So can we please have a warm welcome to the one and only David Copperfield. Now, thank you, David. We're very glad you could come this evening. I'll just explain this. David has actually come disguised as a piece of rope, because when he walks around London, you get some dodgy people trying to do very nasty things. So now he can walk around London very safe. Now, he's actually here tonight. You're going to witness something amazing. I'm sure lots of people have heard of the escape from Alcatraz. Well, we're going to perform this here. For those of you who don't, David Copperfield was tied inside a straitjacket. That's this. And then he was held inside Alcatube. Well, that's my method anyway. Could we please have one of the security guards to help me with this trick? Would you like to come up? What's your name? Could we have a round of applause for Richard, please? Would you like to tie it onto David Copperfield's waist nice and tightly? Oh, he's got a bit of indigestion here. Looks painful. Thank you. Now, would you like to hold this end? That's David's legs, by the way. If I just slide this down here. Oh dear, I think this is really fun to hurt him. I don't want to do it. Right. Now, what we're going to do, could I please have another security guard to help me here? Anybody? Thank you. Would you like to hold on to this for the moment? Now, what I'm going to... Oh, broken here. Some camera tricks and things around here. You can't trust anyone. These dodgy characters. Now, would you like to stand over here? Would you like to stand on here, anybody? Oh, dear me, that was painful. Now, would you like to give me one of your ends? Thank you very much, and I'll take this end. Now, with these ends left, would you like to tie these behind my back? Both of these ends. Painful stuff, this. Okay. Are you right around there? Okay. Would you like to hold on to one at this end, these two? Hold on to them, thank you. And would you like to take this end and the other tied end left? Now, all the security guards are watching, but David Copfield will escape. On the count of three, would you like to pull this very tightly? 1, 2, 3. Tightly, tightly. Can you see him? He's coming through. Even though he's in a straitjacket, David has escaped from Alcatraz. Thank you very much.
Got my bag of tricks with me today. Got to find something to do for you today. Right, we've got everything in here. Small packs of cards, rabbits, lions, tigers. I'm going to start with, excuse me, with a card trick. Now, for those of you who don't like card tricks, quick impression. A cow in a field. Think about it, come on. Okay, for those of you who don't like impressions, a quick card trick. Now, a lot of magicians, they make a point of saying they're using a totally normal, ungimmicked pack of 52 completely normal, unprepared cards. I don't. Because, as you can see, it's fairly obvious that I'm actually using 51 cards. In other words, I'm not playing with a full deck, which is another story and an old joke. So, right, shuffle them for me. Make sure they're mixed up, like me. You having trouble? You shuffle, I'll catch. Go on. No. Right, you got them? I'll tell you what, while you're doing that, inside here, we've got an envelope which contains one playing card only. That will stay there. I'm sorry if I embarrass you, you've gone all red now. I'm terribly sorry. What we're going to do, we'll give you a chance. I'll tell you what we do is we count cards here. You have a choice of any one of these 52 cards. You say stop any time you like. Pardon?
Stop.
There?
Yeah.
That way. Happy?
Yes, yeah.
Right, take the rest of them. Yes, leave me alone, good boy. Inside here, the envelope's sat there all the time. Take the envelope, take the card. For the first time, tell everyone what card have you chosen.
Come on.
What you got?
6 of hearts.
Wrong. But you're doing fine up till then. What have you got? The 6 of hearts. Right. You a magician? What? No. One card only. It can only be the 6 of hearts. Thank you very much. Next card, please. Keep your applause going. Keep going for the marvellous, fantastic. But with a bit of a cold and not feeling too well. Stigma Jess.
Good evening. This is what you've come to see, by the way. This is the trick you paid for. This is the trick you've come to see. Now this trick, well, it kind of worries me. Here I have 2 strings, both of which do paranormal things. When one is long, the other is short. It's, in fact, the daftest thing I've ever caught. Up and down, look at them go. How it works? Well, frankly, I've got no idea. I don't know. Of course, to some it may appear there is a string connecting here. But if the sticks are parted so, this still goes high and this goes low. Of course, I think I know how this trick is done. This is how the strings do run, up this pole, through the end. It's enough to drive anyone round the bend. But that's not the true equation to the trick, because if indeed I do unhitch, you find there is no string sewn. So how does this go high and this go low? Of course, it's not hard to conceive that the string is in fact up the sleeve. Those mortal words, horrible words. Now if I separate string from stick, this would indeed ruin the trick. But if that's so, how can it be? Of course the trick still works, and that worries me. If by chance the trick does go wrong, both the strings end up long, it's simple. I keep a different tassel over here, and frankly it makes all my problems disappear. When I pull this to the right, both strings disappear from sight. And all that's left for me now is to vanish that and take a bow. magicians nowadays, because backstage we have all our props, and there is a risk of something getting stolen. So we have actually taken We've actually taken precautions tonight. Oh, there it is. Actually, sorry, this is called desetting a trick. We have to go through this. Normally I would do this off stage, but unfortunately it's getting in the way. As I was saying, magicians have this problem with security. It has something to do with backstage doors and... hang on a second, I tied it to. There it is. Sorry about this. Oh, I just had to pull this. As I said, magicians do have this security problem. We've actually gone to lengths tonight. In fact, we've gone to rather long lengths tonight to prevent this from happening backstage. Oh, I can't be bothered. I'm going to get it out. Sorry. Right, as I was saying, magicians have these problems. And, magicians do have this problem, security, it's a bit, risky nowadays. In fact, backstage we actually have guard dogs. You may not believe this, we do have guard dogs. In fact, by one word, we have 3 of them. By one word, I can set the guard dogs off. I've actually had permission from Fergus to do this. It's like they won't come running for their chained up to go. The word is actually supreme magic. We actually have guard dogs back there. I'm sure we have guard dogs, that's right. Guard dogs. They're set up. We also have security guards back there. Oh no, the security guards won't put them in. Sorry, the security guards won't come up. I said, no, don't panic, please don't panic. That means someone has entered the building. Please don't panic. Backstage door, someone has entered the building. In fact, I know who the cutler is. Thank you. Actually, I know who the person is. We're doing something very special tonight. Something very expensive, something very special. In fact, it's my next trick. I think he's just approaching. In fact, yes, he's coming up the corridor now. Now, I'd like to give a nice round of applause. Hang on, there he is. I'll give a nice round of applause to welcome on stage. Here he is. Thank you very much. Sure. Right. Cheese and pickles.
Excuse me, that's my lunch.
No, this is very serious. I do need this very expensive item to carry on now. Is that it? That's it, right, you sure?
Yes.
Right then. Ah, yes.
So,
right then, now I
do
can...
you mind just signing just here, please?
Just on there. You got a pen?
Oh, from the end of the string, sorry.
Excuse me for 1 second. Formalities. Dear, what's this? Just under there?
Just right there you go.
Right, thank you very much. As I say, I'd like to perform for you now a very expensive trick and... Oh, I can't do anything. Right, as I say, security is a problem. Magicians have to take all kinds of insurance, and I am taking no chances. No chances whatsoever. In fact, because if I was to lose one of these cards, the deck would be useless. Absolutely useless. So I need to do a card trick. I need someone to come and help me, actually. There's a bit of a barrier here. School outing. Right then, is there someone around? Perhaps, what's your name, please?
Stephen.
Stephen, oh, good match. Come up this way. Give me a nice round of applause for stepping up here. Right, as I'd like to perform, what's your full name?
Bennett.
Sorry? Stephen Bennett.
Yeah.
Yep. How old are you?
17.
17, that's a good age. Do you have a criminal record? Do you have a criminal? Not yet, right, good. Because otherwise I won't be doing this trick on you. Because I cannot lose one of these cards. I have to use them again tomorrow. Right then, one pack of cards I'll show you. They are all different. So you can tell them apart, basically. Look at that. Deck of cards. Now what I'd like to do is actually choose one of these cards. Just choose if you like to choose any one at all. Oh, cool. What am I doing? You could take one and never see it again. Right, I'm taking precautions. I'm not letting you choose the card. Right. What I shall run down the side of the deck with my... I should just run down the deck. I want you to shout stop anytime you like. Right? Here we go. I'll run down.
Stop.
You sure?
Yeah.
You want to carry on? Decisions. Now you want to stop there?
Yeah.
Right, I shall cut the deck at the place and just take the card off the top. You fingers a bit too sharp there. In fact, what you do, just look at the card. Remember it?
Yeah.
I'll show a few people in the front. Remember that picture. Remember that card. Remember that picture. Remember that face. Just remember that as I cut it in the centre. Just right there. Right, if you'd like to take... No, I think not. I think I'm going to take the precaution first. Right then. I shall lock this pack. So, and now you can handle them. Then if you'd like to just shuffle those for me. Don't worry. In fact, if you could just go down through the deck from the top, just go down and find your card. Just run, you can actually run through. Look like this. Just run through. Find your card. I want you to count down how many it is from the top for me. How many it is from the top. As he does it. Right, and because for the finale of for the ending of this trick, it's something very special. We're just going to wait for him to count down the number of cards. Have you counted? What was your card, perhaps? Well, no, don't tell me. It's too easy. Is it? Have you got a jet? Hello? It's probably the bottom. You got it? What? Why are you looking like that? Have you got your card?
Can't find it.
What? There's a card missing? Give me that deck. What was your card?
Eight of spades.
It is. I've got to use this to hang on. Hold that. I'll get the keys. Get the keys. What was your card?
Eight of spades.
Give him a nice round of applause. Well, it happened. I don't know how. It just goes to prove it. You cannot trust anyone. Oh, except me. Good night.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. He knows what I usually look every other year. Ladies and gentlemen, 10-minute break, then we'll be right back, I think. The queue light's not working, Fergus. Right, welcome all back. Now, I had trouble with the cold cup of tea, but I did manage to get a mouldy biscuit between everyone. So, where do you want to start? Do you want to take that? A couple of sucks, then pass it on. Okay. No? Okay, maybe not. Onwards then. Something a little bit unusual. This is the Masters of Close-Up section. Now, the people at the back, if you can't see, might as well go home, really, I suppose. Alternatively, you could watch our monitors, which is sort of a posh name for a TV set without an aerial. You just watch them, you won't miss a thing. So welcome the Masters of Close-Up, starting with Mr. John Allen.
I'd just like to clarify something. The close-up masters will not be starting with me. Okay, we managed to sort out our differences earlier on, and it's all been worked out. Good evening. I'm not saying good morning, but everyone says good evening. For this, I'd like some help from the audience, so if you'd all like to come up. maybe not. I need two people to come up on stage. Any two people, if we can have the person on the end who's looking at her to come up, and the lady who's not paying any attention to me. If you just like to come up on stage, that's fine, thank you very much. Give them a big round of applause. Yes, you. Fine, will you be what's your name?
Stephen.
Stephen, can I ask you what your name is? I can ask you what your name is. Good. What's your name? Barbara, good. Do you like card tricks at all?
Yeah.
Do you like card tricks? I can't stand card tricks myself. So instead, I'd like to start off, does anybody have a £10 note on them at all? See who paid this evening. Oh, the English gentleman over has a £10 note. It takes a long time to get out when somebody asks you for a £10 note. It does. Thank you. I'd like you to watch his £10 note very, very carefully indeed. I fold it once. I fold it twice. Some late comers coming in there. I wrote this script myself, so I hope you like it. A card trick. A card trick. Do you like music? You do. Hold out your hand for me. There's a band. Now, what I like to do, can you shuffle cards? You can shuffle cards. Shuffle those cards. Do you like cards?
Right.
Do you like cards? Yes. What I'd like to do is shuffle those cards as much as you like for me. If you can just put them back in the same order for me. For the rest of the show. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. What I'd like you to do, Barbara, is I'd like you to take any card you want. Take the card. Look at it, show the rest of the audience, and what I'd like you to do is write your name on the front of the card. This is the front of the card. Join up writing capital letters on every one of these. It's a long name. Don't let me see. Don't let me see. He's over here. He's over here. What I'd like you to do is say stop, somewhere between the first card and the last card. Say stop. Stop. Stop about there. Can I ask you to put your card back? Now, you wrote your name on there, didn't you? Good, good, good. Now, I dread to say this, but can you shuffle the card for me? Do you think? Just a little bit quicker for me. That's fine. Now, what I'm going to do... Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Now, if I just recap through the trick... If I can just recap through the trick, we took the cards out of the box, which in fact was from another box. You chose a card, and then you shuffled the cards. Or first of all, you signed it, and then you shuffled the cards, didn't you? Now, I don't know if you know, but magicians always like to keep one special card left in the box. And if I can just open this out, you'll find in there is one card and one card only. Can you please tell me what your card is? The Six of Hearts, and there is a Six of Cards with Barbara's name. Does anybody have a white handkerchief on the top? Anybody looking something remarkably like this one? Can I ask you to examine that for me? And somewhere in here we have a metal. Look after that. Don't open it just yet. It's called suspense. Makes them watch, you see. Ironed by my mother last month. Flew bug in here. Can I ask you to poke your finger in there for me? A nice deep well. A bit deeper. Yes. Take your finger out. Thank you. Just something we say. Would you just like to open up the matchbox and show the video camera and everybody else what's inside for me? Okay. Yes, don't show off. Just show them what's inside. It's actually paper clips. I hope you can actually pick that up. Now, if you can put the matchbox back for me. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop the paper clips one at a time into my handkerchief, like so. In the rehearsals, I was actually going to do about 350 of these things, but Fergus said 35 minutes of putting paper clips into a handkerchief wasn't really much fun for everybody. It was 14 by the sound of it, anyway. Now, I need 2 volunteers. You'll do perfectly, you'll do perfectly. For the people in the audience, let's just get to this. Can you see the paper clips in there? Yeah, yes, and can you see the paper clips in there? And maybe actually pick that up, the paper clips are in there. Barbara, can I ask you to hold on to this corner of the handkerchief for me? Wrong hand. 50-50 chance of you getting wrong. Pull it over this way, because he needs to hold on to this corner and hold on to this corner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wave my hand 3 times over the handkerchief, click my fingers. When I click my fingers, you pull the handkerchief apart slowly. A quick clue. This is quickly. This is slowly. 1, 2, 3, I click my fingers, the paper clips have disappeared. Rapturous applause from the audience. Ooh. Didn't catch that one, did you? And they come back again. Thank you very much indeed. There we go. The reappearance of the paper clips. It's a bit more impressive in rehearsal anyway. For the people who don't actually believe that these paper clips actually come back, if I snap my fingers, you'll find that they actually come back all linked together. Like so. Now I said I didn't actually like card tricks, but for the people who do, we'll do just one more for you. How about that? For this one, you don't actually have to choose any cards, you just have to look and remember. Okay? What I'm going to ask you to do, Barbara, is look through the cards, remember one that you see, and don't tell me when to stop or have you seen one you like? It probably likes you as well. Just make sure, no individual laughing, okay? It's everybody or nobody. Okay, you've seen it? Now, Barbara, would you be amazed if I knew the name of your card? That's the idea. Would you be even more amazed if I knew the name of your card even before you came up on the stage? That's the general idea. I have in here... I have in here a sealed envelope. Is this a sealed down envelope? Yeah. That is a sealed down envelope. Unfortunately, this end was left open. I don't know why. Barbara, can you take out that piece of paper for me? Please read aloud so the video can see what it is on that piece of paper.
The name of your card is Bob.
The name of your card is Bob. Thank you very much. I didn't say I'd tell you what your card is, now did I? I just said I'd tell you what the name is. Just out of... I thought it was very funny. What was your actual card? What did you actually... The Jack of Spades. We'll just try and find the Jack of Spades. That's a Jack of Clubs. The Jack of Spades. Now, I don't know if you know, but magicians usually call the Jack of Spades Bob. I don't know if you know that. It's a very, very common occurrence to call Bob. See, because some of the other cards, they actually call someone like Joe, or Pete, or Adam, or Sally, or John, or Louise, or Dave, or Francis, or 52 is rather a lot to go through. Would you just like to turn over the Jack of Spades, please, and show everybody that the name of your card is Bob? Next magician. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot. Is this yours? Is this yours?
Well, yes and no.
Yes and no. Part of it is and part of it isn't. Just as a finish for this gentleman, it wouldn't be fair to let him go with a £5 note. I'd like you to watch this very carefully as I make this complete miracle David Copperfield style. This effect took me 25 years to perform. 17 years of hard practice. Culminating in this total and utter miracles without the use of any camera tricks whatsoever. Thank you for that. The next performer on is a good friend of mine because he paid me to say that. It's Mr. Stephen Taylor.
Give you a shock, isn't it? If you were a colour, which colour would you be? If you were a fruit, which fruit would you be? And if you were a packet of crisps, which flavour would you be? Pink, apple, plain, correct. You win a prize. You get to help us again. Thank you very much. You're just so convenient. You're probably wondering what I'm talking about when I ask you simple questions. Well, I'd like to explain. It's called PSI. That's psychology, suspicion, and intuition. And what it allows me to do is to associate someone's personality with inanimate objects. Or, except you've heard of it. Oh, why you got something? You're going to tell me something. Something essential, such as a smell. For example, try not to be too political here. If along with that, you was compared to a method of transport that you might be a steamroller. You get the general idea. It's something like that. However, what puzzles me is how on earth can I prove that what I said correct was true? So I've worked out a fiendish way using a deck of cards to verify they are all different. What I'm going to do, give me your answers. I'm trying to work out which card of the deck you're most likely to be. Apple, pink. is what I'm going to do, I'm just going to write P for prediction on here, so P for pen, and date it with the 11th. Is the 11th today? 12th, beg your pardon. 12th December, and initially ST. You would recognise that if you saw it then. What I'm going to do is stick it on the back of the card like so. That's it. Gives a good shuffling. If you were a playing card, which playing card would you be? Tell me this. Three of clubs. Now all we'll do is just place that just there. You verify that there is no card here with a sticker on the back. I think we can see that it's like this. A piece of paper. Now, if I've got this right, this one should have a P, an orange sticker with a P on the back. Initial. Oh, help! Stop! No, the killer's out here. Don't you know that? Let me in. Something, well, mental again, perhaps. Using two university guides, in fact, describing courses, accommodation, etc. at the universities of Nottingham and Manchester. Are you nervous? Do you want to do this?
Yeah.
You look absolutely terrified. If you had a choice of either of these, which one would you prefer? The Manchester Guide. Right. Free choice. Now, the Manchester Guide contains 208 pages. Counted them all myself. 208 pages. From, say, 10 to 208, which page would you prefer to use? 107. 107. Do you want to change your mind? 107. I just want to reiterate how fair this has been. You could have chosen the University of Manchester Undergraduate Guide. Sorry, I said that wrong. You could have chosen the Nottingham Guide, 1987, etc., etc. However, you decided on this one. The first time, just take it. Don't open it, because I'm going to tell you there's one word ringed on that page. In fact, there's words ringed on all of those pages. However, I think there's the word that is ringed on that page is acceptance. Acceptance. You've got to stand up. Might help if you see it in the light. For the first time, I'd ask you to turn to that page, 107, and verify the word ringed in red is acceptance.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Well, that concludes my spot. Now, all I have to do is introduce Mr. Bill Davenport. I think he's going to be, well, he's going to entertain you so much. It's incredible. What he's going to do here, he's won awards for in both Italy and Scandinavia. So, well, without more ado, Mr. Bill Davenport.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to show you a few pieces of magical entertainment slides. But before I do that, a song. No? Right, well that will be, of course, closely followed by some do-it-yourself house maintenance. If that doesn't go down too well, I think let's move rapidly on to something which is done very, very rarely in the magical fraternity. I can just hold it up. Thank you very much. The reason it isn't done very much is because, to be quite frank with you, it is, well, frowned upon by magicians in general, even. Okay, right. It is something quite extraordinary. If there are any magicians in here just now, I'll ask you to quite be calm down a bit when I pull this particular object out of my bag. It is, of course, yes, playing cards. Now, I wonder, could the lady here, I think your name is Debbie, would you mind coming up here for a second? Just stand to my left here. That's great. I can just verify to all the audience that, in fact, I'm using, it looks like a fairly standard pack of playing cards. Yes, thank you very much. Now, before you go back to the seat, would you mind just removing one of the cards from the pack. Any cards? That's great. And you show it to the audience. Looks at yourself. That's great. Thank you very much. And Debbie, can you just put it back in the pack? Thank you very much. That's very good. And if you could return to your seat. Thank you very much. Big round of applause. Now, for the trick to work, it's vital for you all to know what the card was, and for me not to know what the card was. Right. Fine. Now, I need one of these small things. It's called a magic wand. That might come in handy. If the trick goes wrong, it's called an out. Now, I have to tell you a story that once happened to me. I was showing a few tricks to a few friends the other day, and as I did with you, Debbie, I took the pack out and I asked them to choose a card. So they chose a card, and then I gave the pack back to them. That was my first mistake, because what they did was they took some of the cards face up, and they took some of the cards face down. Now what they did was they took the face up cards, and they took the face down cards, and they did something rather nasty. They in fact shuffled the two packs into each other, like so. So of course, some were face up, and some were face down. Now of course that's rather, it's a bit difficult for magicians, you know, having a pack which is all mixed up like that. So what they said to me was, you're a magician, you sort the mess out. So I said, thanks. So I had a pack here that some of the cards, as you can see, were face up, and some were face down, and well, some were even back to back. Debbie, was that your card? The fun parts? No. I didn't think it was, because in fact, I just close the pack up again. In fact, we spread the cards out now. In fact, now I find that in fact all the cards are in fact the same. They are. Wow. And that's not all, in fact, because I lie there, because not all the cards are face up. In fact, there is one, or even two cards, or even three cards face down. Debbie, what card did you choose? Six of spades. Now, Debbie, in amongst these cards, there is, of course, a six of spades. Thank you very much. Now, that was very, very strong, I know. This bit is really strong. And I just show you, it is something with a small red ball. There it is. And two hands. Please watch very carefully, because I take the small red ball in my left hand. That's my left hand. I wave the wand over the ball, we find, this is by magic, the ball vanishes. Now, of course, what I could do at this point is go into my magic bag and bring out another couple of balls. Please watch very carefully, because I don't think you'll believe this. Because what I in fact do is I put one red ball into my left hand. Watch this. For the second red ball, that also goes into my left hand. And the third red ball, that too goes into my left hand. The two taps. No, okay. Two taps. We find the one red ball is in my right hand. We find the second red ball is in fact in my right hand. And of course, the third red ball is also in my right hand. As far as my left hand is concerned, there's nothing there at all. Of course, what I can do now is, of course, take two of the red balls. There they are. Put them into my left hand. And put the third ball into my bag. So there should be two red balls there. In fact, there's one, there's two, there are three red balls. Of course, you're wondering, what on earth can you do now? Is there any more? In fact, so am I. But let's just see what we can do. So I put one red ball back into my left hand. There it is. The second red ball, that also goes back into my left hand. But the third red ball, that, in fact, goes back into my bag. Now you're probably thinking, is there any more we can do? Well, of course, you're probably wondering, are there two in there? Are there three? Is there only one? In fact, there's only that. And that's it now, as another dimension to what I've been doing. Another dimension. Let's introduce now one of these strange things. It's called a cup. Yes. And one of these even stranger things is called a ball. Please watch very carefully, because there's a cup and there's a ball. Now what I do is I put the ball even underneath the cup. Give the cup a very good shake, and we find, as if by magic, the little red ball, is in fact changed to a little yellow ball. Now, of course, what you can do at this point is put the little yellow ball under the cup, give the cup a shake. You find now, as if by magic, the little yellow ball has changed to something completely different. And of course, thank you. Clapping is, of course, compulsory. Of course, now I take this rather large ball, with a rather large ball under the cup, give it a shake, and you find now that rather large ball, in fact, vanishes. All right, so let's move rapidly on now. Introduce yet another element, make it rather more exciting. There are now 2 cups, 2 hands, 1 magic wand. And if I can find them here, yep, there they are, 2 small balls. One of them, as you can see, is red, the other one is yellow. I put the yellow ball underneath that cup, put the red ball underneath that cup. Watch carefully, because one tap we found there's now the yellow ball there, and in fact the red ball is back underneath that cup. Watch carefully again, thank you. The yellow ball goes back underneath that cup. The red ball goes underneath that cup. Okay, that's a tap, we find now there's the yellow ball and there's the red ball. Alright, so let's move on very rapidly now. I'll take the yellow ball, that's away. It's over, yes. Lose track now. And I introduce another cup, and another ball, and there's another ball as well. So then there are now 3 balls and 2 hands, and of course, still the 3 cups. Watch this very carefully. Just take the 2 cups, cup that ball up, give it a flick. We find now, is it by magic? There's nothing there at all, and the ball has in fact penetrated the cup. There's now 1 ball underneath there. Watch carefully. 1 ball on the top there, and of course 2 hands. Take the 2 cups, cup them up, give it a flick. We find the ball vanishes from there and reappears back underneath the cup. 2 balls. 1 ball there. Watch this. The last time I do the trick. Here we go. Cup it up, give it a flick. Ball vanishes from there and reappears back underneath the cup. Well, at this point, you're probably wondering what I will do next. Well, now I'll put the balls back underneath the cup. Seems like a fairly good idea to do. Well, there they go. 1, 2, 3. Watch that one very carefully. Watch that one even carefully, because you find there's nothing underneath there. There's nothing underneath there. Back in the centre cup, there are in fact 3 little red balls. Now, at this point, this is when it starts getting exciting. You're probably thinking it can't get much more exciting than it's already been, but let's just see what we can do. Because what I'm going to do now is I take the 3 cups and I take the 3 balls. And of course, that small red ball underneath that cup, I put that small red ball underneath that cup, the last red ball underneath that cup. You're probably thinking, perhaps the ones underneath there, perhaps they're all underneath there. In fact, balls are in fact where I put them. But the only thing is they change colour. There's one yellow, there's a second yellow, and there's a 3rd yellow ball. Of course, you're wondering again, when is it going to finish? But I'll carry on with the trick. Yellow there, yellow there, yellow there. You're thinking, are they there? Are they there? In fact, that yellow ball is still there. Yeah, still there. But I'll put it back in my pockets. Don't know why, but that's what the instructions say. That one also goes back in my pockets. And of course, the last yellow ball, too, goes back into my pockets. But if I give my hands a magic rub, we find, in fact, as if by magic, back underneath there, there's another yellow ball. That too goes back into my pockets. And of course, back underneath there, there's also a yellow ball. Don't know where that came from. That also goes back into my pockets. And of course, the last yellow ball, that is, in fact, still under the cup. Don't know where that came from. That still goes back into my pockets. Now, ladies and gentlemen, actually wash my hands very carefully, because I take the wands. 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 taps, we find underneath there, there's that. Underneath there, there's that. And underneath there, there's that. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been a great audience.
Tell a joke.
Very good.
Right. Teacher getting away, aren't I? Next. Gentlemen there, stand up.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You can move, you can put on dark glasses, I will still pick you. What I'd like to do, take off your jacket for me. Got a jacket just like that, home. So mine's red with stripes on. Occupies the same cut. Take it. I'll do a trick with your jacket.
My jacket.
Yeah, of course. Why not? There you go, you can sit down now. Thank you very much. Right, also for the trick we use this razor sharp knife. Now you will keep laughing, won't you? What's your name?
Stephen.
Stephen. Thank you, Steve. Is it a new jacket?
Yeah, quite new.
Come on, then. You kept the receipt? Fair enough. What we do, I'm going to take this knife. I'm going to thrust it through the molecules of your jacket. Thus protruding out the other side without harming The jacket. Thank you. It's going to go through. Won't harm your jacket in any way. Not convinced, is he? I've been doing this trick for 2 days. It's going well. It really is. Knife is inside the jacket, okay? What I'm going to do is thrust it through there, like that. But first, we worry you a bit. But first, we use a little bit of paper just to cover the end, like so. Now, at this point, I would find it advisable to start laughing at my jokes, Steve. There's not that many more chances. Here we go. Oops. All the way through, and the knife is unharmed. But the funniest thing is, I've done the trick. Well, no, the funniest thing is, if we remove that, you see there is in fact a hole in there. Details, Stephen. It's details. The important thing is the jacket, of course, there's no holes. What did you think? A round of applause for a brave man. The next man on stage you met earlier in the cavalcade. He's making his first stage appearance today. Please give a nice, warm welcome for the magic of Peter Hawken. shepherd's delight. Red sky in morning, shepherd's warning. Red sky in the afternoon, shepherd stoned out of his head. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye. 420 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was open, a shriveled blackbird sat. He said, "Okay, lads, a joke. Don't go wrong, sod did that." If you hadn't noticed, the show's actually being videoed. This will be on general release, certificate 18, a horror movie. The Demon Club is back. This is our MFI camera and our MFI cameraman. This is Mr. Fergus Roy, the director of the show, who will be speaking to you later. Why not? Almost unrehearsed. Right. So he'll be speaking to you later about the Danforth Trophy. Yeah? Is it going well?
Very well.
Yeah. I've had a lot of experience with home videos myself, you know. It's a family show. We won't be showing any of them, but why not? Red light on? Yep, it's on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the wonderful magic of Philip Blackmore.
Sorted that out now, we shall begin. I'd like to begin by demonstrating how to mess up the performing area in 3 easy stages. Stage 1. Produce a playing card. We shall now move on to stage 2, as that is what usually comes after stage 1. Stage 2. Produce some more playing cards. Well, I'm doing this if you'd like to nip out and have a cup of tea or something. If you want something more interesting, I'm sure you can maybe find some paint drying somewhere. Wow. How to mess up the performing area in 3 easy stages. Stage 3. Throw the cards on the floor. We now get to the part of the act I want to introduce you to my box. Yes, this is it, and a very nice box it is too. This is my box, and this is my board. The world famous colour changing board. And back again. It's in the front something like this. Wait for it. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Don't look very impressed. Is it the colours you don't like? Better? Juggling balls. The art of juggling. Otherwise known as the art of holding 3 balls in 2 hands, making sure you've got no more than 1 ball in 1 hand at any one time, and moving the balls around in a strange rhythmic fashion. The vanishing juggling ball. Gone! Quick impression. A rope having a nosebleed. Handkerchiefs from hand. A classic in magic. Both hands are shown empty, and from your hands produce a string of silken handkerchiefs. Handkerchiefs from hand. tube like so. Style. The yellow handkerchief, known to children's entertainers throughout the world as the red handkerchief. Try our best to get this into the tube. Finally, the real red hanky. Place this in the tube at the opposite end of the yellow handkerchief, because if we place it in the same end, the trick wouldn't work. The trick. I blow through the end of the tube. The handkerchiefs fly out the other end. They fly through the ceiling. They fly through the Earth's atmosphere. They land on the moon. They jump up again. They orbit the Earth 3 times and come down again to be caught in my hand, something like this. How's that for an anticlimax? You've seen them before. Well, now you can see them again. The one and only Chinese linking rings. You probably know what happens after all you've seen them before. But just in case you don't, all you do is you give the rings a little bang. They can be seen mysteriously to join. A little rub, and they separate. So all you've got to remember, bang to join, rub to separate. That's unless you do it the Irish way, when then you rub to join, and bang to separate. 2 rings in the right hand, 1 ring in the left hand. How's that for observation? Quick bang. Yet again, they join, leaving us 2 rings joined onto 1, or 3 in a row, whichever you prefer. Just take the ring, give it a twist, give it a rub, and blow. Just place that round there, like so. Poetry. You now know it's like 2 rings joined together, 2 rings and only 3 rings. Ha. Keep that away from them, just put it there. You now know it's 2 rings joined together, 2 rings and only 3 rings. We'll keep that away from them, just to be safe. Should be safe. We just give it a little twist and... Can you blow? Now notice we have 3 separate rings. I thank you. One more blow. Impressive. Very good. We'll forget about the 2 rings bit. Just try and separate the final ring. 1, 2, 3. Almost. Just try and separate the final ring. Get this right this time. We'll just try and separate the final ring. He's impressed. All right, slight problem maybe, but all right, I'll be all right. Just give me 1 moment and. I think I better end this before it gets any worse, actually. My name's Philip Blackmore. Thank you, and ow!
We're going to need a one-man show. Doing that. I've got my book of impromptu gags. Incidentally, it's actually got a section on what happens if your ring misses your foot gags. You might like to read them later, Philip. Meanwhile, I'm going to teach you all how to perform a trick. Just 5 minutes ago, you saw Philip perform the amazing vanishing ball trick. I'm going to teach you how to do this using these apples. Now I'm going to do this trick in slow motion so you will actually see the apple start to vanish if you watch carefully. Here we go. It's this one, okay? Watch carefully, you might start to see it vanish. And when I say I'm doing this in slow motion, I could do it faster if I wanted to, of course. Here we go. Now, some people actually think they can see the apple vanishing bit by bit, you know. There we go. I have to keep stopping because I can't talk and juggle at the same time. Here we go. Right. Take blooming ages, They always get me these big apples, the massive. Thank you very much. Stay. Right, the next guy isn't as stupid as that, but he's had a tough life, so I want you to be really, you know, when he was first born, day old, the surgeon took him to his mother, and she took one look at him and said, "Right, you've had no fun, now where's the kid?" When he was growing up, she used to keep him in a plastic bag, tied in a knot. She said she wanted to keep him fresh. She used to let him lick the mixing bowl after making cakes, but she'd never switched the mixer off. Please, I invite you to enter the totally serious world of Paul Zerdin.
Thank you very much. And all we need is a little bit of music, please. Sometime today. Thank you. Brilliant. Can we turn it up a little bit? You'll do it yourself. Thank you very much. As you've heard, my name is Paul Zerdin, and I'm here to, I'm supposed to be deceiving you. So I hope that I can do that for the next few minutes. And I'd like to make you aware of something which you might not be aware of. That's why I'm making you aware. Around our heads, in an anti-clockwise direction, magic pockets are up in the air and they float around. Did you know that? You didn't, did you? There's a lot going around your head, and there's loads of them going around my head, because hopefully your attention is focused on me. And what I'm going to do is, for those that don't believe me, I'll show you what you can do with these magic pockets. And if I take, for example, this is a blue silk handkerchief, and what you can actually do is reach out and take one of, oh, that's a bit of bacteria. You can take one of these pockets. Right, there we are, there's one, and we put it, oh, you've got to hold them tight, that's it, we stay there. That's great, it's there. And all you have to do is to take it and put it inside your fist, like that. I've now squished the magic pocket, and it's inside my fist, and then we tuck the silk handkerchief inside the pocket, which is being squished up inside my hand. And all you do is you tuck it in like that, and you must just keep your eye on it. Now, when I do that, you find incredibly the silk handkerchief disappears. To a wondrous round of applause. Anyway, don't worry, it gets better. Now, I'm not really amazed at that, and probably you're not amazed either, because it's in the magic pocket. It hasn't disappeared, it's just invisible. And oh, there it goes, and it's circulating around my head again. Now, for those, the more suspicious members of the audience, I'll show you how you can get it back again. And, where's it gone? Ah, there it is. And we put it just there, in front of me. Put it just about there. And if I take this happens to be the Ace of Diamonds' playing card, and if I roll it up into a little tube, rather like that, there, and take the pocket, put it inside, and 3, 2, 1, we find that the silk handkerchief is out of the card. Like that. Thank you. Now, I would like to borrow a member of the audience. And I have a chair here, which I'm just going to place there. I'd like to borrow somebody who would like to help me. Would you like to help me? Would you like to help me? Would you give him a round of applause as he comes up on the stage? Take a seat there. I won't remove the chair. Now, what's your name? Richard. How do you do, Richard? Say hello again, just in front of the audience, you see. Cameras. Now, Richard, a very important question. Do you like to drink milk? You You don't? Brilliant. Now, you're gonna drink some milk, but I'm gonna show you, we artists, you see, we eat at funny times of the day, and you don't always get the chance to drink it through your mouth. And I'll show you how else you can drink it. And here is a jug of milk, which I shall place on my little table. And here is an everyday sort of mug you find lying around the house, which you can do this when you get home. And what I'm going to do is pour the milk inside the tin, rather like that. Notice I'm pouring it as if I was pouring beer, because it's very important that you don't get a head on it. It's milk stuff, actually. We just pour that in there, like that. I'll give you a little bit more. I want to drink some after the show. There we are. That's great. Okay, you've got about half there. Now, would you just turn your head that way and keep smiling? It's very important that you smile. It's the secret of success. Now, we've got the milk in there. Instead of drinking it through your mouth, if I take a playing card, rather large playing card, mind you, and place it on the top. I've seen them do this in the films. I've wanted to do this for years, and now's my chance. If we can just turn it over, like that. Turn it over and do that. See? Now this is the you're all right, don't worry. This is the bit I've seen them do on the films where they do something like that, you see, and the milk seems to disappear. Very important question is, did you wash your hair this morning? No. You didn't. You don't mind washing it tonight, then, do you? Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Loud bang and a puff of smoke, and we find the milk has disappeared. And look at that, there's a whole stream of silk handkerchiefs. Will you give him a round of applause for being a wonderful... Look at that. Oh, you're not going to believe it. Look. The end of a nearly real dove. And, look at that, yes. Nearly real. Would you give him a big round of applause as he sits down? Thank you. Well, I've got 2 doves in my hand, and they're not being very well behaved, but all I can do now, really, is perform a very quick classic of magic. And that's what I shall do if I can. I'm not quite learned to sit yet, so I might put that up like that. Stay. This is Herbert. In goes Herbert. Got to stroke them a little bit and put them in. There you go. In you go. Like that. Great. There's Herbert. You've got to calm them down, otherwise they flap all over the place and get terribly worried. And this is Janice. In you go, Janice. It is Janice. Yes, it's Janice. Sorry. Right, we'll put Janice inside like that. There we are. In you go. Right. There we are. Just settle them down because they tend to flap. That's it. Janice and Herbert are inside there. I'd like you to watch very closely indeed. 3, 2, 1. Hup! Look at that. Janice and Herbert have shown each other beautiful white rays. I call it the royal.
Right, getting near the end now. A couple of hours left.
Excuse me, sorry. Let's go too far, this is. It's Lee, isn't it? Sorry. It's getting painful to watch this comparing business. Really, I think you'll back me up on this, won't you? It's disastrous, in fact. Basically, Lee, come in. You're missing your fundamentals. Well, you haven't got any fundamentals, basically. Or maybe now, there is a problem. You're forgetting the fundamentals of magic. I mean, take, for example, just a little trick here. It's very basic, so maybe I'll teach you later. Just choose any card. Yeah, any card.
The 8 of diamonds.
8 of diamonds, right. I'm just going to slip that in there, yeah. And I think you'll agree, the 8 of diamonds is the only blue card in the red-backed deck.
There's probably loads of them.
They'll be fair, there's still more reds than blues, though, aren't there? Be fair.
Possibly.
Anyway, that's a detail,
A detail, is it? That's a detail.
We'll get around this.
How?
Well,
Very interesting question,
I'm
Steve.
coming on to that. I mean, the rules of magic, basically. I mean, rules of comedy. First of all, you haven't got a catchphrase.
Catchphrase.
Imperative, you have a catchphrase, and you're not using one. Come
think
on!
You think I need a catchphrase?
Yeah, right. Just give me any sentence.
Anyone?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
What do you think?
It's got something?
Yeah. Well, give it a try. Give it a try. See if they like it. Yeah. Come on. That's it. Just rub forward on the left foot. Say it. Exude all over them, yes.
Should have practiced this bit myself. What do you think of that? What? I think this was still damp this afternoon, you know. You're supposed to have tried it.
Sorry. No, it's just...
Yeah. I've got it.
Basically, no, there's no are good. Really, I think you're not touching the audience. It's very important. You grasp them, you see. I think more something like, what do you think of that, Adam? It's got the edge, hasn't it? It's got the edge. Do you want to get that tried? Yeah? Do you want to get that
You
tried?
think that'll work?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think of that, madam?
Yeah, and as you're looking forward, you're looking at kind of a lady, an imaginary lady, kind of 4 rows back.
What, sort of that man there?
Yeah.
Do you think he'll
yeah.
mind?
Yeah.
Have you two had an argument? Because that's her husband. Sorry. Right, so I just...
You're happy with that catchphrase?
Yeah.
Right, so you guys,
What do you
oh,
think of that?
another
Do
thing.
you think that'll work?
Yeah, yeah.
Got it?
Another thing you need is, what? Misdirection, and that is important.
Sorry?
Misdirection.
No, didn't get me for this.
Dodgy joke there.
Scrap it, scrap it.
Well, what do you say? Is it in? Can we show
Okay,
hands?
yeah.
Hands up for in.
In or out? Come on, what do you think?
It's in. That one's in.
They don't look too bothered, if you ask me. We'll cut it then.
Yeah, right.
It's out.
Well, you got misdirection. It's a tricky
Or
one,
in.
this, by the way. Sorry.
You're the security guard from earlier on. Did you see him in the act? He was seriously
Not sorry.
You're in the close-up as well. He
It wasn't me.
You were?
Yeah, I'll just come on to this misdirection. Just to
Misdirection.
throw them, we need a physical twitch, I think.
Twitch.
Just a
Just
little,
shoulder, like
little
that.
physical twitch, a bit of misdirection, something like that. You know, just to throw them.
Yeah, I see. Just a little sort of...
Yeah.
Got it,
That's
Steve.
good. That's good.
It works, doesn't it?
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, nobody saw it. He whacked around the edge.
So you've got your catchphrase, yeah?
Got me catchphrase.
You've got your misdirection.
Got me misdirection.
That's good.
Got me fundamentals.
So you've won the way to becoming a comedian, but I think I should tell you one thing. There are times, please. There are times, Lee, when don't get a laugh and it's quiet. It's quiet. Like that.
Yes.
Well, in those times, I think really, well, us pros use them all the time. Us pros. I think you need a line just to ease the tension and pull in the laughs. So I've come up with this. Yeah. Right. Can I watch this?
I'll just watch it.
Looking forward again on the right.
Yeah.
It's. And I too forgot to laugh. That's clever, isn't it?
It's good, isn't it? It works for Paul Daniels. Well, not really. He never was very funny.
Wayne Dobson.
Wayne Dobson, it works. No, we've done that game now. Right, catchphrase.
Lee, really, you've got to practice.
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 It's so important. You practice.
Practice.
In fact, I just cannot say that too lightly.
Well, you could. It's sort of a... No, practice.
Right.
Silence.
Should we go into,
Right,
should we go into the effect? I'll just be down here.
Definitely the security guard. Sorry, no fooling me, Steve.
I'll just be down here. If you need any help, well, I'll just shout, right? You
Right, so I'll do the trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You're in the close-up as well, man. Right, you have a totally free choice.
catchphrase here.
What? I'm starting.
Catchphrase.
What do you think of that, madam? It's gone down, it's gone down. Now you have a totally free choice of any card.
Mannerism there.
What? It's there, it's there.
That's good, that's good.
You've got a total free choice of any card you like.
You're not getting the laughs. Come off it.
I too forgot to laugh. Totally free choice, any card.
And practice.
Practice. What?
Sorry.
Right, free choice, any card you
And
like.
mannerism there.
Mannerism. It's there, it's there, it's there. I'm going to stick these right up your
Catchphrase.
What do you think of that? No, it doesn't work, Steve. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work, does it?
Well.
Can't you see it?
Let's go.
There you go. I'm going.
It
It just doesn't work, Steve.
All right.
I can see it.
Do you want to cut the catchphrase? Or even catch the cut phrase? We'll see. No? We'll drop the mannerism then. Look, I'm the security guard. It's me.
You're in the close-up.
Yeah, I was in the close-up as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of that, madam? Seriously now, we come to almost the close of the show. It's suddenly gone very, very serious, hasn't it? And we've got an act that we're particularly proud of here at the Demon Club. He's won the Young Magician of the Year award earlier this year, and he's, tomorrow in fact, I think he's flying off, or perhaps even driving off, I should say, to Torquay to do a winter season. I don't know if they do flights to Torquay. Some of this time of the year anyway. Well, I'd just like simply to introduce Mr. Richard Griffin.
my LPs. I've got a couple of Max Bargrave ones I'm particularly keen to get rid of. So make sure you stop there. Thank you very much for coming indeed. Fergus Roy, the director of the show, wants a quick word. He won't keep you long. But I'd like us all to show our appreciation for this guy. He spent hours and hours, missed loads of golf rounds to be here today. And he's put in hours of work to keeping the show together. Ladies and gentlemen, Fergus Roy.
A show wouldn't be a show unless you'd all come out with such strength. I mean, really, we're bulging at the seams tonight, and it's really all credit to you for coming along, giving these youngsters your support. It really is, when we started this club in '85, resurrecting the old Demon Club in 1939, it really was our ambition to try and harness some of the talent that's in London area. And to my mind, the satisfaction is to see where the youngsters in the last 4 years have developed, and it's incredible. In 4 years we produced World Junior Champion, we produced a Young Magician of the Year, and we've 3 chaps that I think are going to go places, and that's all because of people like you supporting them and enthusiasts surrounding us who are helping these youngsters develop and to see British magic back in the world map again, which it hasn't been for a long time in international competitions. So thank you for your support. It is so desperately needed. Thank you very much indeed, and thank you for coming along tonight. This is the prize giving for the club, and there are a number of, we don't give first, second and third because that doesn't really signify the effort and the development of particular talent. So we give awards as we feel would benefit certain people. We had our first close-up competition this year, and nice to see a young man win it, John Allen, the first winner. John? One of our members did take part in the last international federation, the FISM, as it's called in Holland, and we're hoping that 1 or 2 of our members will take part in the next one, wherever it is. We're awarding 3 categories this evening. The first award has been given to a young man that I really see, and members of the committee see, is going to go places. Just a year ago, he started to do manipulation, the most difficult of magic. And we've seen a tremendous strides in the way this young man has developed. And I'm certain that he's going to stand a very good chance of being in the frame when he's developed his act at the next Young Magician. A special award to Darren Dolman. We thought we'd start you on cards. This is one of the best books on card fans. We've given you a pack of fans and manipulation cards. Get at it. Really young magician. The next award is for really a young man who finished the show tonight. What can we say? He won the prize for the Davenport Trophy a couple of years ago when he made the quantum leap from a raw act into the award-winning act that did so well this year, Richard Griffin. We want to give really a special award to Richard because we owe so much to him in getting the club established. And so Richard, if you'd like to come forward, we're going to start you in something new. Start doing that, and as well as the set of brass plates, which we hope will keep us on mentor. And thank you for a wonderful year. Congratulations. Now for the being one of the founder members. He's a fanatical enthusiast of the club, devotes virtually every Saturday. He comes along and helps everybody. But more importantly, tonight, he did something which I thought was marvellous. He compared an 11-act show. He took it through one stage after another. He worked, he looked at every act, and I think you'll agree that he made the show a great success. And thank you to Lee Hinton. Your prize tonight actually is something unusual. It's the complete set of Mike Lamar's lecture notes plus his video. Get practicing. Thank you all again for being a marvellous audience and really safe journey home. Thank you very much.